Hey, Langdon, I'm really excited to talk to you tonight. And we're going to talk about being motivated. We're going to talk about when you can't be motivated, why that is, what is possibly going on in your brain, and learn how to use our brain for us rather than fighting against it. And also, let's do a mini hypnosis session about motivation as well. So we're going to jump right in. And the thing I want to talk about tonight, before we get into the hypnosis session, is learning how to work with our brain instead of fighting against it. And if you know some simple rules and you understand these rules of the mind, that it is super easy to understand how we work with our brain rather than fighting against our brain, which is sometimes what we do when we are trying to get things done, when we are trying to do things and trying to move along and get accomplishing the things that we want to accomplish. So the rule of the mind that I want to talk to you guys is, in a battle between logic and emotion, emotion will always win. And here's what that means. Is the best way to describe it is you can be having a fine day and nothing's really happening. And are you the type of person that the second you get in the car, road rage hits, that you can be fine and your day is going fine, but you get behind that wheel and absolute rage and any logic goes out the window and all you see are morons and all these horrible people that are like these horrible drivers, right? Now, logically, is all that happening? And I get it. I get it in your mind. If you're a person who battles with road rage, it is a very real thing. But somebody who's not dealing with emotions on the road, they're going to be just driving the same way they would be having a normal day. They would go through, if they got cut off, yeah, they might be annoyed. Yeah, they might, whatever. But like, oh, all right. Well, glad I didn't get in an accident. And that's the difference. In the battle between logic and emotion, emotion will always win. And the interesting thing is, if a person's in a heightened emotional state, you really can't talk logic to them at all. They genuinely believe with their whole heart that they are in the right. And you are very, very rarely are you going to convince them otherwise because they're in such a heightened emotional state. So with that, how does that affect us in motivation? Well, when you are working and trying to get things done, if there is something that is affecting your emotions and now is making you in a heightened emotional state, the logic is going to leave. So the idea of, oh, just get up and do the thing that you need to do, it's not really a thing, because now you are moving with emotions. You're dealing with emotions first rather than with logic, even though it would seem logical to just get the thing done. Now we could go down the rabbit hole because that's definitely a possibility, but we could go down the rabbit hole. But the reality is, this is what I deal with. This is why we need hypnotherapy sessions, because if I try to talk to you logically in an emotional state, it's not really a thing that's going to happen, because you're just going to think of all those emotions and talking logic to you to say, well, just calm down. Well, just don't worry about it. We'll just, oh, they cut you off, don't worry about it. That's not a thing. And that's why it's not a thing, because you're driven by emotion a lot of the time. And same with when you're motivated and you just or when you're not motivated and maybe you're procrastinating and you can't get yourself to move forward. And no matter what you do, you try all the tricks, you try all the things, it doesn't work because you're dealing with an emotional state. You may not feel emotional. You may not feel angry. You may not feel like you're in an emotional state. But anytime there's that automatic, like, oh, stop, and now you can't logically do something, you know you're in an emotional state. If you automatically go into rage, you're in an emotional state. If you automatically go into fear, sadness, worry, embarrassment, these are all heightened emotional states. And if you can't move past these, if you can't do something logical because of that state, well, that's where we need to fix it. That's the clue or the key to tell you, all right, we got to fix this. We got to stop this. So let's jump into our session. All right. What I'm going to do tonight, if you haven't done any of these mini sessions, or you haven't ever had a session with me, I don't want you to do this if you're driving. Please do not close your eyes. Keep your eyes on the road. You can come back to these. All of these are recorded and uploaded, so you can come back to them at any time. But if you can do this session with me, then definitely get in a relaxed state. Just get where you're comfortable. The best place, I know it's not always doesn't always happen if you have kids, but where there's no distractions, no pet distraction, no kids distraction, that is the best place to be, because then you can truly relax. All right, well, I want you to make yourself completely comfortable and look up, kind of like I'm doing right now. I want you to look up as high as you possibly can. So I want you to look up into your own eyebrows, getting that fluttering feeling. If you can feel it, if not, that's fine as well. But I want you to look up as high as you possibly can. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Just take another deep breath in. And every time you blink, that's hypnosis coming upon you, and breathe out. And just one last time, looking up, looking all the way up, take a deep breath in. And as you hold it just slightly, this time as you exhale, I want you to close your eyelids in and around your eyes. While your eyes are still looking up, just close your eyelids all the way down. As each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose as you go deeper. Just allow a drifting, floating feeling just come in and around your body. Just let everything go. Don't worry about what's happening. Don't worry about any noise, sound, movement around you. Just let that drifting, floating feeling carry you away. And now just forget all about your eyes. Let them go wherever they want to go. And I want you to just tilt your chin down just slightly, as if looking down a flight of stairs or over a balcony. But get that looking down sensation. And as I count backwards, you're going to hear your feet, feel your feet, see your feet making contact with each step as you walk down these stairs. You're stepping onto step 10 as each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're moving on to step 9 as you can see your feet, hear your feet making contact with each step as you go deeper. You're taking step 8 as each sound, noise, and movement around you carries you further and further into hypnosis. You're taking step 7 as you go deeper with every heartbeat. You're taking step 6. Just go deeper, drift deeper, sink deeper. You're taking step 5 and 4 as you allow a drifting, floating feeling to allow you to take you away into an awareness of yourself, sinking deeper and deeper, going deeper and deeper. You're taking step 3, just go deeper. You're taking step 2, just go deeper, drift deeper, sink deeper. And you're taking step 1, as each muscle, every nerve in and around your eyes and your body and your limbs takes you further into hypnosis. And I want you to go back to a memory, a scene, a time, a place, all to do of when you realized that what stopped your motivation. You know, as we come on this planet as babies, as we come onto this earth, we know exactly what we want. We know exactly what we want to do. We know exactly what we want and how we want, and we want it now, and we expect it to happen. There's no baby on the planet that gets hungry and wants food and thinks, oh, no, I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to interrupt anybody. No, they expect it now They want it now. And they'll scream and scream until they get it because they know they deserve it. They know they can have it and they absolutely expect it. But as we get older, something happens, something interferes with our expectation. And it makes us create a story, a belief, or a lie to think, well, I want this. I want to do this, but I don't know if I should. And it makes you pause, and it makes you procrastinate, and it makes you second guess yourself. So I want you to go back to a scene, a time, a memory, a place of that first time when you had to second guess yourself, or you had to slow down. You wanted to do something, you were motivated to do something, you were excited to do something, but it stopped you and you thought, oh, I better not. And as I count backwards from 5, you're becoming younger, shorter, smaller, lighter. The years are drifting away, sinking away, slipping away. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just be there. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to put on an investigation hat, and I want you to look around, in and around that scene. Is it daytime? Is it nighttime? Are you inside or outside? How old are you about? And as you look in and around that scene, the most important part, and the only part that really matters, is what are you experiencing? What are you feeling? What is that feeling that you're feeling right now? That feeling that you want to do something, you know you want to do it, but something's stopping you. Something's stopping that motivation. Something's stopping that drive, that focus, that thing that you just want to do, but it's stopping you. So I want you to look in and around that scene, and I want you to notice how you're feeling, what it is that you're experiencing, how old you are. Maybe you hear somebody saying something. Maybe you hear somebody saying that you're not enough. You're not smart enough. You're not tall enough. You don't have enough money. You have too much money. Maybe you hear somebody saying you're different and that you're not like them. Maybe you feel sad. Maybe you feel worried. Maybe you feel embarrassed and you feel disgusted with yourself. Maybe you feel angry, but I want you to look in and around that scene. And the most important part, I want you to find the meaning. I want you to find the reason. What is it that you're noticing? That you're in a younger body, you're in a smaller body, but you also understand now with a big person brain, with an adult brain, you can now see how you came to be, how you came to attach that meaning to not feel motivated, to procrastinate, to push things off. And I want you to look at what's happening. And I want you to say, this isn't me anymore. I'm not a child. This isn't me anymore. And I want you to go through and I want you to name all the things that aren't you anymore. You're not a child. It doesn't matter what that person said to you. Their opinion doesn't matter. And if we really looked at it, is that person really happy to say something to you like that? You know, we know hurt people hurt people. So we know that person, if they said something mean to you or if they said something harsh to you, it's because they were hurting. They weren't a happy person. But yet we take that meaning, we take that belief from what that person said and we hold on to it. So right now I want you to say all the things that's not you. You're not little. You're not going to believe that person anymore. You are smart enough. What about all that scene isn't you? You deserve to do what you want to do. You don't have to listen to other people. And I want you to imagine all those feelings, all that procrastination, that feeling of stopping you, whatever's stopping you. I want you to imagine it's like been a rock that you've been carrying around. You didn't even know you were carrying it around. I want you to take that anger, that sadness, that embarrassment, that anxiety, that fear, And I want you to throw it over a cliff, throw it over a bridge, whatever visual picture you want to do. But I want you to take it and get rid of it. Throw it off a ledge, throw it off a cliff, anything you want to do. Because that's not you anymore. And as you're doing this, I want you to say, this isn't me anymore. It will never be me. It can't be me. And as you're imagining yourself throwing those out, throwing those away, I want you to imagine that you're shattering, smashing, eradicating, erasing all those feelings, because those aren't you anymore. They'll never be you. I want you to imagine just getting rid of those feelings, however way you want to get rid of them. They're irrelevant to you because they'll never be you ever again. And as you go deeper, as you sink deeper into a relaxed state, I just want you to let your mind know that every single day that you're playing and listening and going throughout life, you tell your mind every day, I am choosing to act in the way that I want to act. I'm choosing to feel great about my life. You are choosing to have motivation, massive motivation, huge energy and drive. So as you go deeper into an absolute relaxed state, your inner mind, the most powerful, the most driven, the most motivating part of you, is locking in and onto the new and better words you are using. As you go deeper, you tell your mind precisely, clearly, accurately just what it is that you want. So I want you to think about what it is that you really want. Do you want to have massive motivation, huge energy and drive? Do you want to go to the gym and love every minute there and give 100%? Do you want to make a lot more money and commitment to your business? Do you want to be really healthy and fit? Or do you want to know and really know that you really matter and that you're significant and lovable? Whatever it is, hold on to that thing. Whatever it is, I want you to get an image of what it is that you want. Don't worry if it's too much. Don't worry too much about the picture. If you want to see a picture or the words are far, far more important because your mind uses your words to see how you're feeling. I want you to decide that you're telling your mind, you're showing your mind what it is that you want. I want you to think about what you want and what you are letting into your mind. And I want you to say to yourself, this is what I want. This is what I insist on. This is what I give myself. This is what I require of myself from now on. You let your mind know every single day as you're playing this recording what it is that you require of yourself, what it is that you give yourself, what you insist on. You tell your mind every day, I am choosing to act like this. I'm choosing to be this person now. And because your mind understands, your mind comes right back. It motivates you, it conditions you, it programs you, it compels you, it takes it to take action, to think positively, to be motivated, to be confident, to do what you need to do, to have an uncompromised life that you are determined to have. And anything you want requires making some changes. We know that you have to change to be the person that you want to be. And anything you want requires making some changes, is how you think and is how you talk to yourself. Your ability to feed your mind with better words and images, to be fed back with more power, energy, motivation, and commitment to having such a compelling effect on you. Now, I'm going to bring you back to your full awareness, but before I do, I want you to say, I am enough, I'm amazing, I have phenomenal coping skills. On the count of 5, feeling absolutely energized, feeling phenomenal about yourself. On the count of 4, feeling excited, feeling motivated, feeling confident. On the count of 3, feeling wide awake, feeling amazing. On the count of 2, take a deep breath in. On the count of 1, just open up your eyes and welcome back. I'm trusting that this was helpful for you guys, and I love doing these. So I really hope you have an amazing week. I hope you have amazing holidays, and I will definitely see you guys next week.